Hey, noble followers of Veles. Welcome back. Our village is beset on all sides by undead scum. And by whatever the hell that is. Unliving rats, skeletons. Let's take stock. So when we ended last time, we had everyone just gathered up in the village, all 24 of us. And I think what I wanted to do was send out 2 expeditionary forces and leave, I don't know, 6 people behind to guard. And then I think I was resource focused for a little bit. What is that? Ancient wood. I think I wanted granite. I wanted loads of granite because I'm still determined to attract a dwarf. The only 2 races we haven't attracted yet is a dwarf and an elf. Where's the elf wood? Oh, wow, look at that. Nimblewood right there near us. God, I should go get that nimblewood. Research wise, if I want to get elves, I would imagine that dryad wood and ancient wood is going to be better for actually attracting elves. So let's go gather loads and loads of granite to build our structures with, and then loads of elven wood. Morning, Soldat. We were talking about how I wanted to push the envelope with the story missions, but let's get our village up to 30 people first. Do some more, get some more progress done. Okay, so let's see. How many fighters do we have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 fighters. 11 fighters. Because we can count Stobby as a fighter, 12. So if we do 2 groups of 6, and how many gatherers? We've only got 1, 2, 3 gatherers. I think first thing to decide is who are the leaders of the two expeditions. I think we'll consider the medics to be the quote-unquote leaders, because they're the ones who heal them up. So each expedition should take a witch and a medic. So let's go new expedition. 12 medic on Kazik, so he's the primary expeditionary leader. And then our best fighter will say Chode Mertley. Rayleigh Silver's the ghost. Pretty amazing. We've got Milarad. Wow, 12 folklore, look at that. And then, what's gathering 14, gathering 14, gathering 15. So we'll go Vladek and Pekaslawa. I think we'll leave the crafters behind, because obviously they've got to do crafting shit, but I could always take one with, I mean, why not? In each expedition. I haven't really used the crafters in combat to see what they do. 13 craft, 9 craft, 10 craft. Take Yasna out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. If memory serves, I said I wanted to take a 9-person expedition out. Let's go. Binder's Thud, it's 8. And Malice is 9. Is that a bit low? Well, they're going to be primarily gathering expeditions, not combat expeditions. We've got to be a little bit wise about what it is that we take on in terms of fights. No shortage of herbs, that's for sure. Food? What's the food situation? Yeah, a little bit of each. Wow, okay, so I only need that much. Oh yeah, this is good. We're going to have loads of different types of food. Good bonuses from that, I reckon. Okay, so that's Expedition 1. Who will fight here in a bit. And then Expedition 2 will do almost the same. So Zug Zug will be the main fighter. Who's the best medic here? 6 medic, 9 medic. 4 medic skill, 5 medic. Pretty sure Sasha is carrying the other holy root thing. I forget what it's called. Yeah, there you go. Root of life. Sasha. Let's see. Let's leave Zedarad in the village as the main fighter. We'll take Stobby out. We'll take Seamarats. We'll take Bogadara. And three fighters. 1, 2, 3. 6. You know what? This is silly with how I've done these expeditions. I mean, I'm taking 2 crafters out on each one. I could rather take out the 2 fighters. We'll leave the crafters behind and take out an extra fighter. And then Snowbit will go out and join Expedition 1, and the other crafter will come back. And then that'll leave us 3 crafters, a medic, 1 warrior, and 1 bear to defend the village, which should be pretty good. With all the bonuses, I reckon we can probably fight off like a 3 skull. Anything more than that could be quite challenging to defend against, but I don't think we would be getting attacked by anything more than a 3 skull. Or at least if we are, we should have enough time to get back to go defend. And we've got 6 kids, so more fighters on the way. We'd have to craft some more food, that's for sure. Perfect. It's Expedition 2. And then new expedition. It was Snowbit that was going to go join Expedition 1. How do I... Here we go. Yasna. Snowbit, you come across. Perfect. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And that's... So of the 9, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 are fighters, 4 supports. I think that's a good ratio. Expedition 1 is 9 people. Expedition 3 go back base. Bam. Expedition 2 I think is the same ratio of fighters to support characters. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Easy. Right, so Expedition 2, go get us some elven wood. This is where? That's probably the closest. What is it though? Far away, that's far away. That's got to be the closest, I reckon. We are sending our expeditions pretty damn far away from the village. Careful. And thank you for the host. I don't want to actually auto-resolve this. This is 3 skulls is enough. That I can't trust the auto-resolve function. Don't have much in my first actions, but there are some good confusers here. Seems like a waste, but to get Chode to act first, I think it's worth it. Ow. So 58, what's 36 plus 16 is 40 is 52, so she can still destroy them both if she attacks that first. But I reckon she probably will. That's worth confusing? I don't think so. Support ally, not really needed. Could counter some tactics. I think that's probably worth doing. You bastard with your piercing attack. That ought to do it. Ghost is a badass. He still took a couple injuries, but not too bad. What does that do again? That's extra damage. I don't think I particularly want that. Do I? Yeah, I think I do. Who did I chuck up there first? Let's say Veles. It's rat, so it's very unlikely that they're going to have piercing attack. It's 27 plus 28 is how much? 40 is 55. He's got 50, so let's support him a bit. Oh yeah, easy one. Easy, easy. So Veles kills those two, Rayleigh kills those two, Chode kills the other one. We'll leave our mage and our medic behind. And blunt damage for the win. Ooh, what is that? Vine cardigan. Take a look at that. I don't think it's going to be that good. Three armor, bad quality. That is arse. Absolutely arse. We could actually do better than just a leather jerkin on Binder Stud. But to the granite. Well, stoja. Excuse me. What we got going on here? Some recipes and lots of crafting going on. Nice. I like the music is a touch loud. That's better. Whoa. Goblin boss, 2 goblin beast masters, 7 other goblins. I think we should have... God, no. Damn, that changes things. I kind of have to get my 2 expeditions to join then, to go take that out together. That's a sizable little army. Wasn't expecting that, honestly. Big. Alex, what's up? Gonna be a hell of a fight, that. It's 3:45 AM, dude. That's not smart. Go to bed, you maniac. We'll just camp here for today. And then we'll set off and go take out that big army. One other thing I was thinking about is, technically I could have built everything in my village out of darkwood, which attracts goblins. But we've already got a goblin, and they don't seem to be that great. They're like decent fighters. They don't really seem to have a lot of other great stuff to them. So I've been told elves have piercing damage, no matter what weapon you give them, unless it's a blunt weapon. So if you give them like a battle axe, it's piercing damage, which is amazing. But I think it's a bit late to try to make our entire village just elf attracting us. I want to get one of each in this playthrough. I mean, this is pretty much like an experimental playthrough. It's my first real playthrough of this game.
The whole land is many people get.
Oh, for goodness sake. Damn tremors. Well, we should be healed up by tomorrow morning. Eight out of 11. I think maybe if I camp, it'll be healed up by the next morning. So what is this? Well, we're here. We may as well take them on. But again, I don't know exactly how powerful that is. It's just camp till we're fully healed, and then we'll do this and we'll do that. I could be crushing the places of interest and the suspicious tower rather than having the 2 expeditions. I I think I should just stay focused and do one thing at a time. Okay, roasted food. We've used the fish. We don't actually have much meat. Regular cooked meals. Let's see. Vegetables and herbs. And we need more wood, that's for sure. I've got someone gathering wood. I think that's what I need. I think Yasna, you go gather wood. Yasna, what have you got equipment-wise? She's for 13 craft. She's a very good crafter. Yep, you're a crafter as well, as are you. Gathering, gathering, gathering. But Bosco is a better crafter than he is a gatherer. Yanko, what are you gathering, Yanko? Coal. Yeah. Let's have you make some food for a bit. Okay. Hit points wise, I'm seeing full hit point numbers, which we should do because as a camp we're getting the full benefit of our healing. And we've got a medic with 13 medic skill.
You chase down the rogue Bugay and find him in the company of some winged women, most likely the wind demonettes, Vili, and several pine conettes of various shapes and sizes, including pine cones, mushrooms, chestnuts, or walking twigs with human-like faces. This strange menagerie is carrying with it some potted plants and young tree saplings. They also have a large wicker basket with a dark red tinge to it and a metallic smell. The Bugay, in the form of an older bearded man with twigs for hair and tree bark for skin, speaks up.
What do you want from us, fleshy creature?
I don't remember what the story was. Let's go for the first one. Well, to be frank, your former boss, a rather scary Lishi, asked us to kill you.
The old stump, sending fleshy minions after us. As if you could slay us.
So what do we got? Winged woman. Let's try talking.
We are demons of the forest, and now even stronger, unbound.
It's only a 3 skull. We can get him.
You think you?
We think we can. Oh, easy. Well, I don't know what the Bugay is going to be like, but the crows aren't that bad. They've got piercing damage. Yeah, the Vili isn't that bad. Let's go with, so it's, how much damage? Let's see, defense is 21. We got lucky that the Lishi was on the tactical side, not on the combat side. Got some pretty impressive warriors. Although I do like Tasha's shielding ability though. She's got loads of shielding. Okay, that's not so bad. Didn't even get through the armor. Let's get some first actions out. First action. Already been given. I want to see how much I can buff his damage by. 80, oh my god. So should I have fought these guys? I mean...
You find their bodies disintegrate into various wood types. Among the rubble, you find one lone pine cornet looking up at you.
I don't know if you noticed, but I hid all the way through and I didn't fight you.
Oh, sweet. Awesome.
Please take me with you.
Okay, come with us. Sweet.
In front of you, and
We had one earlier which
transformed a
died.
toddler-sized humanoid with a pinecone hat, a coat made of oak leaves, and a body that looks wooden.
Yay, thank you.
They're very good in social and talking. Take the little guy and leave. Sweet. Pinconets. It's technically a demon. 2 demons. You can't give him or her anything in the way of gear, but it's clear mind. Social and tactical. Dealing clear mind is placed in the front. That's basically piercing damage in social and tactical. Yep. Animal kingship is really good. Speech is decent. Let's see. You approach enemy and have time to decide your plan of action. Planning is for the weaklings. Attack. 6 warriors, a boss, beast masters, and a shaman. Biggest fight we've had so far. Who's our strongest fighter? Probably Rayleigh Silvers. Or Lunk Hardley, who is on the right-hand side, unfortunately. Or is she? I think I should shield here. Because some of these enemies are likely to have piercing damage. Who's got good shielding? You do. These guys hit quite hard. So let's see, 53 damage. You'll probably almost kill the goblin boss, which Malice will finish it off and kill that goblin warrior. Let's keep the strong blunt damage going. Or get some piercing damage in. Probably better. Man, I can see how effective we'll be giving everyone pikes. But on my next playthrough, I'll be doing that. My next playthrough, I want to go for Mokosh, which gives all the gathering bonuses. And I want to go straight for Elvenwood, build everything out of Elvenwood, get as many elves as I can, and give them all... Well, I would say pikes, but they've all got piercing damage anyway. Maybe go straight for swords and shields then, to give everyone good shielding. Let's think for a second here. So, bam, you wound that one. Malice kills these two. So then Bogadola and Bindus. Well, Bogadola finishes that one off. Bindus doesn't get to go first. Jeez, we've got a lot of hits going here now. Let's get our fighters in there. This Goblin Warrior is actually hurt. Shit. Where's Lunk Hardley? I think it's because I've got too many cards. Where's our female orc fighter? She's not here. She got left out of the fight. So that tells me something that I was curious about. There's obviously a maximum amount that you can take into combat. That's worth remembering. So I think whatever the number of this current group is, -1, that'll be the maximum size of an expedition, I would think. Oh, she killed it. Nice. Are we? Find us. No! Ooh, that poison damage. Yeah, Bindus is wounded enough that she might die, but we've got excellent medics in this group. I think after this fight we'll split up again into 2 different expeditions. Oh, look at the yeah. That isn't that great. That's good, that's crap, that's crap. That's nice. Crap. crap at this point. That's very nice. Yeah, boy. We can move to... let's just gather. And then once our badly wounded soldier has healed up, we'll split up and go our separate ways. I think 18 is probably the biggest that expedition can be. $39 ancient wood, awesome. Let's take a look at what we currently got. So this cabbage field is attracting 6 children. I don't think I need it. I think I've got probably plenty. Maybe start reconstructing things out of different material types. We've got the old smithy here. And I think we've got oh, that's the barracks being rebuilt. What's the smithy currently giving us? Attract dwarf. Okay, good, because golden quartz. Oh, that's what I want. I want to attract dwarf. Attract beast. I think I want to change that to attract elf. I think if I have 50 elven wood, it'll give us attract elf. Which we do have. So who's not assigned? It's only Ignac who's not assigned. It was replace the manger from fur and cane. I think it was the blessed tree symbol that I wanted to replace. Oh, I see. It doesn't use elven wood. That complicates things. Well, let's use the best fibers we can to get the best bonus we can. I mean, wasn't I hanging onto this wicket to make baskets for everyone? But I think everyone already has the best baskets we can give them. And in any event, we're very shortly going to be getting that tier 3 gathering stuff, that fancy wood stuff. I forget what it's called. So what is the best type of stone we can use? Probably not quartz. Or the best gem? Moonstone. I'm trying to give the biggest bonus that I can here. It's a tier 3 material and a tier 2 material, so I don't know if that's worth it or not. Use dark wood as a catalyst. So attract human, remove curse, permanent bless. I don't really want to attract human. Attracting nothing. We used clay last time, that gave us attract beast, which didn't really... Sorry, what I wanted. Yeah, disappointing. Diamond. What's the difference between permanent bless 4 and the different numbers? I mean, does the 4 give you increased bless values? This has not worked out at all. Damn. I'll just keep it on attract beast until I can do better with it. And so clearly I need some very impressive stone. Maybe once we have just enough granite, we can make it out of granite. We'd need 6 more granite. But I don't think it's going to attract anything. Using gold doesn't give anything else really. Very interesting. So straight quartz was attract nothing. Putting in topaz is nothing. That's nothing. Attract human. Let's just rebuild it as clay then. Okay, that was a waste. Whoopsie. Right, Expedition 1, we need you to break up. New expedition. So if I remember correctly, it was Sasha and Zug and one of the gatherers and those, and we'll split the ghosts up. Well, let's take the pine canets on the primary expedition. Maybe the more difficult one, I think. So Rayleigh Silvers I'm considering to be a ghost equivalent to that one. So Mulered equivalent to that one. We've got our medic, so let's give fighters here now. 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4 fighters. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Slavic, if you go across, that's 9, and this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 fighters. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 fighters. Go Harveys with just about everything. It kind of changes my mind about wanting to go for the Elvenwood. It's not turning out to be as useful as I was hoping. Expedition 1. Maybe they keep going around to these places of interest. A place of interest, suspicious tower, goblin army, raider army. Wow.
The world, you see something of interest. You spot the outlines of.
Okay, weird.
You find the area marked. The dig took. You open up the chest and find.
Wait. I wonder if it's not worth having one group focusing on, you know, squashing these little. Good God! Look at all this. Jeez, like. There's a lot of fighting around that needs to be done. Oh, hang on. We've got granite right here. Okay, so here's the plan. Expedition 2 is going to focus on the granite here. Expedition 1 will go south and get the gold. Because I love gold. But that also leaves Expedition 2 close enough to get back to the village to go help if need be. Guess I get attacked.
A group of black wolves attacking something. As you look,
Jump to the child's aid. Auto resolve. It's all junk.
you now
Check on the
realize
child.
there was some.
Take the child and leave. Sweet. I think maybe I was thinking that I wanted to get steel. A double dryad wood right there. But I think the next thing we get needs to be nimblewood, because I mean that's going to allow us to make. We combine nimblewood plus spider silk, and we'll have incredible gathering tools, and that'll have an exponential knock-on effect for the entire game. We can all gather so much quicker.
You see a large. As you get closer to them, you are now free to take as much of the.
That's
stone
rubbish.
as you can. You use your tools. And
Nice. Like, these camps need to be squashed. Okay. Again, change of plan. Just on the basis of how big these fights are around us, and I worry about that they're going to keep creating little groups of enemies to come raid us. And also, I kind of feel like I need some time to let my village do some more crafting to get the next research point. And then, until we get the research point for Nimblewood, let's just go squash those camps. Once we have it, then we'll make 2 groups to go gather spider silk and nimblewood. Then we'll create super baskets for everybody. Then we can get back to what I was thinking about doing now, which is getting granite and stuff like that. I worry about the presence of these layers here. Okay, everyone meet back at the village.
You are ambushed by orc bandits. They are charging at you.
Let's talk to them and try and get another orc fighter.
You only have seconds to decide what to do.
No, we can't. Stop, you filth. Will you attack your own kin?
The orcs attacking you slow down a bit, and some of them hesitate for a moment. Your own orc comrade says they will not.
I never really tried this. Let's try this tactic.
Your
Auto resolve.
formation worked. and you manage to push the orcs' main attack away. They see that their attack did not work as intended, and they stop and watch you. There are a couple of dead orcs to loot.
Interesting. Not that easy to defeat. It's just part ways.
Proven yourselves worthy warriors, so we...
Interesting. Like, that little interaction is so cool, and for me, that bodes well for the next playthrough when I want to try doing anything other than fighting in every engagement. It's super interesting. So, gold and fur leather, armor, shielding, wool, and only weighs 60. It weighs less than the dewdrop. I think if I put this onto my medic guy, it might free up an extra bit of weight for him. Maybe just enough for him to be able to wear. Ooh, look at that! 10 damage, 10 damage. The monster crusher is rubbish, we can get rid of that. 12 damage on the war staff. It's actually tempting to put this piercing weapon on one of my other fighters. But who though? I like the shielding from Pickaslawa, but try that. Maybe now she can wear some heavier armor. Ooh, look at that, we've got extra chainmail. Let's check. How can you not be wearing chainmail? You're a warrior, damn it. Seven armor, that's rubbish. 11 armor. I gotta sell that. Mealerad, what's your weight situation? You don't have a whole lot. Yeah, geez, like. It's freed up a little bit. It's freed up 14. Maybe you can wear another ring. This gives you sturdiness, distraction, tactics. Extra armor. Range damage. Wow. It's a great one. Who's currently using a Rayleigh Silvers? Let's see. I think we can give you a much better bow. God, that's so much better. Crazy. I still can't quite believe that we have these shiny skull crushers. I've been quite amazed at how much moonstone we've just been able to find just from looting corpses. I'll tell you what. Expedition 2, go drop off one of your guys at the village.
You come across a dead body lying in some sort of ditch. You search the corpse and find some of its belongings still intact. Now that you take the time to look at the scene, you see that the ditch is actually more like a giant footprint.
I want to see how tough this giant fight is. Oh god.
Huge, half-naked humanoid creature, the size of a dragon.
Run! Run away!
You manage to run away, but not without damage.
Better keep running. Can't quite reach the village. Oh god, let's hope that doesn't cost us one of our gatherers. So note to self, when those giants turn up, do not hang around. I think I'll be fine. So that's a 9-person expedition, and this is a 10-person. I think 18 is the biggest we saw we could get into a battle in one go. Let's get our 18 strongest fighters together and go do those camps to the north. Who's our best healer? I think it's Kazik. 12 medic. 6 medic. Oh yeah, 100%. We'll go Zug Zug. We'll go Chode Mertley. Rayleigh. Slubby's actually pretty good as well, because of the poison damage he's got. Let's see. Bind us with a spear is pretty good. Veles, definitely. We could do it by level, like Vladimir's low level, so we won't consider him to be one of the better fighters. We need 18 here. I don't think I want any of the gatherers in this party. This is going to be a run around and kill stuff party. But who are my supports then in this? We'll take definitely one of the witches. The Milarad. I don't quite not to know what to do with this Pinconets. Maybe just leave it in my base. It's got speech. It's got animal kingship. I think having it in the main group could be good. Stealth. It's tactics. She could be good as a support character. We've got 8 more people we can send out here. Are we going to take all of the warriors? Maybe. 5, 6. I could always take a second medic. No, I need to leave one of the medics behind. And one in the second group. Maybe just make a second group just to go off to go get... leave all 3 of the gatherers with just Vladimir. Go get some granite and they can always run back. Okay, at least we need 5 more then. He's like... Okay, it's not really going to work that way. 2 more. Take our bear. 1 more. Ladek is injured. But he should be part of the expedition. You guys just stay back and defend the village. Expedition 1 will go and kill stuff. Like, I never know that what I'm doing is the right or the wrong thing to do, considering it's my first campaign. And I quite like that. I mean, it's a touch unnerving not knowing whether what I'm doing is right or not, but learn by doing, I suppose. Go with 200. What is this? Yep. So basically, in the story, you play as a god, and it's your job to get your people back to, well, you have to get them to survive, and to bring power back to you as the god. So it's almost like a Civ 5 world map, as you can see. 1 second. I still need to camp at the end of the day here. Mission 1. Worried about God dying. This is an indie game, and I really quite enjoyed it. It's super interesting. Touch difficult, though. With 50 cooked greens and maximum roasted fish. Okay, let's see. Pinconets you can't gather, so you do that. And Yasna. Yeah, you might as well do that. Okay, gathering wise, we need coal. We need keep the wood flowing. Seamer rats, what can you get for us? Bird meat. It is pretty cool. Like, I mean, when I first started playing the game, I was skeptical about whether I would like the combat system or not, because it's like card-based. But now that I've come to appreciate how deep the combat actually is and how flexible it is. Oh, really? Again?
Don't look eager to talk about it. You only have seconds.
Let's take the easier option again.
Your formation worked, and you managed to push the orcs' main attack away.
Yeah, leave us alone. Bloody orcs.
You see fresh boar tracks. It looks like a large pack.
Ooh, follow the tracks. Attack the boars. Auto resolve.
The boar pack.
Oof. Good resources. And then you use the resources to craft stuff. Crafting gives you more technology, which unlocks things for you. Let's just get an idea of exactly how much technology do we have coming to us? We've got probably 30 odd from that, another 30 odd from that as well. Crafting the food isn't giving us more, but once these two are finished building these, we will maybe do some more armor, I wonder. What's the steel situation? I can make one more armor here. I think I was combining, yeah, steel and mithril. It's pretty awesome armor. 32 armor, perception. If I swap out the mithril for gold, it changes it to wool, which nowhere near as much armor though. 28 armor, 8 shielding. Wow! Let's see what the various gems do. It's just less, that's just not as good. Magic, interesting. 26. 24 and 5. That's the magic. That is... Quite like the mithril option. I mean, the leech is good, but it's only 2 leech, which isn't that great. Silver. Dexterity. Dexterity is probably the way to go. And I mean, if now that, based on what I've learned about the game, if I was redoing all of the chainmail for all of my fighters, I would actually want... This would be a nice mix. So dexterity increases their stealth. So if they don't end up on the combat side of combat, of the fight, and they're in the support side, the dexterity gives them more stealth, so they can give the guys who are in the combat side first action, which is really good. But 32 armor, you can't turn that down. Perception is good in hunting and intellect. 6 shielding, compared to how much shielding? 4 shielding. Okay. We'll build some of that armor. Jewelry. Can I make any more of these? Lifesteal, dragon bone rings. Yeah, I can. Sturdiness. Find weakness in social. 4 leech. Awesome. What does diamond give us? Not worth it. I want to see how many more of these rings I need. The main thing for me is I want all my warriors to have at least one. Yep. I need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 more of those dragon rings. Someone who's more experienced will probably know whether that is the best use of our dragon bones, but that's what I want to do. I think you probably get the best leech figure if you use the dragon bone to build a weapon, though. In fact, let's just check that out. If I go produce, crafting, warhammers, you can't actually use dragon bone here. You'd need to use... You can't use dragon bone. Okay. Maybe for one-handed clubs? Yeah, you can if it's a one-handed club. That's not going to give that much, I don't think. Yeah, only 4 leech. 6 damage. 5 leech. 4 damage. Possibly with the other weapon types, you can use the dragon bones to make weapons. Okay, how are we hit points wise? Just checking we're all fully healed. It was really only Vladik who was injured. Yeah, if we camp for 1 day, I reckon he'll be healed up. Don't even bother getting wood. How much longer? 2 more days and 3 more days. 1 more day healing for Vladik. Okay, big fight time. Goblin army. Let's go get him. I can try and manipulate them. Fuck it. Planning is for the weak. We fight. 3 bosses, 12 warriors, 5 shamans, 6 boar riders. Holy crap. Oh my god. This is gonna be epic. People are gonna die. Whoever goes in first has to be able to withstand that. Or I need to put someone in and then give them first action. Someone who can at least kill the first goblin boss. So at least 49 damage. which is Chode Mertley, and then she's level 6. Have I got a first action 6? I do. Damn, did that wrong. I should have put someone else down first, then Chode Mertley, then on the next turn I can give her first action, because now one of the tactics can confuse her. Shit. Okay, so we'll put Snowbit down. On the next turn we'll give him first action. It's unfortunate for us that the goblin bosses were both on this side of the combat. That's like their biggest damage. Holy crap, look at that. First action 6 is what I need. I think I saw a... Yeah, oh, god damn. This is bad. I think we're gonna get our asses kicked. This is really, really bad. I can't do this. This is too much for us. Look, so Snowbit goes first and kills that one. This goblin boss hits for 30 odd, which almost kills Chode Mertley. She does 55, hopefully to him, but then these boar riders just kill her and him. Just keep plomping down my best fighters, but 20, 31, 25, 19. Holy crap, that's gonna kill whatever I put down. This is insane. I gotta get out of here. This is way too much for us. Did not realize it was gonna be that intense. Holy crap. We're only a 4 skull? Fuck me. Crazy. Well, let's leave, suitably chastened, and hope no one dies. Someone may well die here, but I mean, we do have good medics, so let's just hope for the best. Achievement unlock. Demon symbol. What is the achievement? Attract a demon by constructing the appropriate building. Okay, cool. So what do we get? A utopic. Interesting. Strength, will, intelligence, armor, shielding, craft. Ugh. That gave us a lot of technology. What did I want to build? I wanted to build rings, lifesteal rings. Many as we can. We can make 4 of them. Utopic. Let's take a look at him. Oh, sweet. He's actually almost like a warrior. I think we're going to consider him to be a warrior. Decent hit points. Okay, let's see about some armor for you. A scaled coat, 9 armor. I think we can do better than that. And we've still got these warhammers lying around. Okay, heaviest armor. Tree splits, 17 armor, 14 armor, 18 and 2. 650 weight isn't that much weight, so 260, that's super heavy. Let's give him, let's make this zombie attractive. He's an attractive zombie. So I got to take a look here. If anything's bad quality, I'll just destroy it or break it down for its component parts. Eight damage, isn't that much? 4, 5 shielding, 3 and 5. Too many shields here. Monster shells, we're not going to use them. I'm never going to use that, that's for sure. All these heavy fur brigandines, not using those. Crude bow, that's crap. Not going to use that ever. Okay. You don't like the combat. Well, the thing is, I don't blame you for first of all thinking that, but I think you'd be surprised if you get to know the combat or get to become familiar with it. I really enjoy it. I didn't enjoy it at first, but as I became more accustomed to it and how It's not like visually impressive or anything, but like tactically, in terms of what you can do and what you can achieve, it's really impressive. So giving him this Horn of a Beast has given him dexterity. What does dexterity do? How nimble you are also increases your stealth, so helps with hunting, sneaking, and in fighting. Give him the ability to gather. Well, what's the best bow we can give him? 5 damage. Fine. So 32 armor. How much shielding? Only 8 shielding. 32 damage is pretty damn good. What kind of rings can we give him? Extra speech. What's his speech? Is 5 speech. That's not bad. But he's going to be probably gathering. I'd say he's going to be guarding the village. So let's get his gathering up as high as we can. Can I get you to carry a shield, Yasna? Probably can. Spectral kite. Sweet. Like war staves might actually be better for the support guys if they ever have to fight. Or perhaps the two-handed swords, because like I'm giving them this shield so they can offer shielding to their fellow fighters, but by giving a two-handed sword, they can give shielding to someone up front and still do some fighting if they have to. So I think swords are the way to go for these, like, you know, backline, weak, supporty type people. Damage is pretty good sword. Okay, production wise, let's see. So we've got the new blessed tree symbol in a day. Got you making dragon rings. We've got food coming along. Utopic, go gather something for us. What should you gather for us? We've got more than enough. We've got loads of vine. We've got loads of everything, really. Help gathering coal. We need coal for all the producing we're going to be doing. One more. Let's hope. Come on, survive. No one die, please. Oh, we are 5 technologies short. So what does that mean? That means... Jeez, like... Okay, we can produce one more thing, then I'll be able to unlock Nimblewood. Then I'm going to need 2 expeditions. One to go after the Nimblewood, one to get more spider silk. That's a bit chastening to see that we can't do those fights. Clearly, I'll need top tier armor and weapons.
Many people get.
Okay, start this again. I kind of wish I could like save an expedition loadout so I don't have to keep doing it over and over again. So let's see, in the main party we've got Chode Mertley, we've got Mealerad, we've got Rayleigh. I think the Pinconets can defend the village. Rayleigh Silvers is our main ghost. What up, David? I think it's going to be 2 9-man expeditions again. That's 6, and then 3 more fighters. Slavic, Malice, and Bindus. These kids need to start growing up. And I think I'm gonna... I can feel that I need more gatherers, but the thing is, I've lost so many warriors by taking on fights that I wasn't sure I could do or not. But I kind of need to keep, you know, upgrading my warriors. And besides... the fact that we're going to be getting such good gathering tools, I think is going to offset that. Wow, 52 days worth of food, that's plenty. More than enough. I need to carry all that weight. That's better. Okay, Expedition 1, go prepare to gather Nimblewood. Expedition 2. is Zugzug, it's Sasha, it's Stubby, it's Seamarats, it's Vladek, Vladimir, Hera, Tasha, and Sinovit, which leaves these 8 behind to guard the village. It's more than enough. It's not the Battle Brothers replacement game, not at all. Battle Brothers is still going ahead, my man. Don't you worry. We're going to play some more tomorrow night. I do worry that our Battle Brothers campaign is doomed, because ultimately it's similar to like XCOM, where we're so late in the game and we've fallen so far behind the enemy's power curve that defeat is pretty much assured. But we're going to keep going right to the cold, dark, bitter, bloody end. Because if nothing else, we're too stubborn to quit. My daddy once told me, can't be smart, better be tough. And that's what we are. You stupid to quit, you might say. Okay, so where is the nearest spider silk? There it is. Oh, and look at this spider silk right next to Nimblewood. It's actually pretty close. Expedition 2 will go after that. Expedition 1. Does Expedition 1 even really need to go after that? Then yeah, it does. I think it does. Okay, let's just make sure everyone is doing what they should be doing here. Our best crafter. You guys can go on and get on those rings. May as well keep all the coal flowing. That's the coal that we're going to use to make all the items we're producing. I think we're okay for wood. I need to start using this bird meat. One thing I would like to do is maybe get my hands on some wheat, and we can get roasted foods. Because you use wheat and you combine it with other stuff, and you make loads of different food types. That doesn't really feel like much of a priority. Okay, Nimblewood. Superior in strength and resilience, but very hard to come by. Researching Nimblewood will add 5 units of research to settlement. At least one place will be gathered. Are you sure? Yes, I am. And what's next after the Nimblewood? I think Dryad Wood, maybe. Crafting wise here, I'm happy with the weapons we have. Construction wise, we've already got a bunch of buildings. I think I'm going to stay in this part of the tree now. So that'll be Monster Bone, Magic Bone, and Dragon Bone. Obsidian. Crafting from it is difficult and time consuming, but obsidian weapons are very sharp. So this is gold. That's so silver. That'll be mithril there. Okay. And then this will be topaz, ruby, something else, and diamond. So what do we need to make the very best armor we possibly can? I think we need to go into the metals. If we combine maybe mithril plus steel, give us the best weapons and the best armor. So I should be looking at what I've researched and seeing what I can use to maximize. And then I should be trying to unlock that. So for the best warhammers, we can make it out of either stone or steel. So like the best will be mithril is the highest level. Mithril plus mithril gives us what? And how much damage? $21 damage for perception. That's not as good as using Moonstone. At 28 damage. 32 damage. So Moonstone and Moonstone is still the best damage we can do, I think. I don't see how I can buff that number. 26. Shiny Skull Crushers are still the biggest damage we can do. And heavy armors wise, yeah, it's going to be metal plus metal, so it'll be mithril plus probably steel, I'd think. Steel plus steel, maybe that's the highest flat armor number. 28 armor, 28 and 4. 26. That gives dexterity. Perception 32. Okay, so flat mithril. It's going to give us the best chainmail armor. And flat moonstone. So that's moonstone, that's mithril. We've got a long way to go. Well, we could make obsidian weapons. If I go for silver. Very effective against unnatural creatures. Let's go here, because I want to attract dwarves. So next we'll get obsidian. And see what kind of weapons we can make out of it. And probably be able to build nice structures out of it to attract dwarves. The next 5 research points I think are going to go into obsidian and moonstone. Long ways to go.
You see the skies darken and the air getting heavy. The wind picks up, and you realize very quickly that you must have stumbled.
I think we can probably social them. Wind demons. We can use magic to hex them. I'm pretty confident we can do this because we've got magic warhammers.
The ritual worked, and the Veles shriek in pain and run away from you.
Sweet.
One of them is struck by the magic so badly that she turns into a pile of precious stones that fall beneath your feet.
That's awesome. I've got to remember that I should be taking on hex challenges more often because my weapons give me plus magic.
You are stopped by a group of mischievous house demons.
Oh god, really?
They come in various sizes and shapes.
Hide and seek? Sure.
The Hurlix, you hid well and won the game.
Nice. Free stuff. Always happy with that. Level ups. Intelligence, health. The tactics is nice. Oof, careful, there's a troll there. I think actually that spider silk gets closer, we'll go for that one. I think the fact that the shade is actually like represented on the map. 4 Kmoks, 4 tough bats. We'd take them on if they attack us, but probably best to not start shit. Okay, village overview. We've got all 10 buildings built. What's our inventory like? Can we build anything particularly? I don't have the 50 granite that I wanted. I got quartz. I should actually be cranking out quartz weapons just for the research points. I have no intention of actually fighting with them, but I mean, we've got all this quartz sitting around, we may as well use it. 10 damage, then this is 5. Crap. Use all you can, why not?
The sun is particularly strong today, and without any cover, your party is feeling
drink water and mix some herbs, easy.
Much of your the sun burns your skin.
I don't see us being able to take on any of these giants yet. It's such a nice little effect that we can actually, it actually reflects who's in the party. Very cool. Right, y'all, 460. Wow, this is tough to gather, unsurprisingly. We get +6 every time we gather, so that's 1 basket every time we gather. So we're going to need 6 will make 1 basket. I want a basket for every single person. So I've got to count how many villages I have. I think it's 24. It's going to take us 48 turns to get enough nimblewood to give everyone a nimblewood basket. Well, it'll take less if we get half of that and then go back, make baskets, and then use those baskets to get more nimblewood. I think we'll do 10 at a time. So once we have 60 nimblewood there. Whoa! Please don't attack us, giants.
Thea is not an easy place to grow up in, but alas...
I need a
becoming
warrior.
an adult
Welcome,
is
Maya.
important.
Sweet. Oh god, I think if I'm... Yeah, are they gonna... If I just stay away from them, maybe? They'll leave us alone? That's scary, though. Alright, Maya, let's see about some weapons for you. $650 strength, not best. That's 18 armor. What's the best armor I can give you? 14. 22. Chainmail, very nice. Gathering. Rings wise, increase your gathering because you are on guard duty in the village. I did want to give you one of these. Oh, damn, bad quality, unlucky. Go to the armory, get yourself a nice big old warhammer. And I love the idea that there's a room full of like bows all lined up and warhammers all lined up, ready to go. And then there should be a beast horn for you to use, +3 dexterity. Maybe Bogdala is better off. You know what? I think both my warriors need to have some of this life leech, even if they are just defending. Bogdala, I mean, that spear is nice, but I mean, the fact that there's a second warhammer just sitting in the armory. Bam. And then maybe like my support guys can use that spear. Vesna, that's nice setup. 8 piercing damage. Ignac is super weak though. Okay, Maya. 6 gathering, 4 crafting. You may as well keep the wood flowing. Here's the big question. Are these giants going to attack us?
From the nearby bushes. A sort of cross between a squeak and a deep grumble of a salivating dog.
Examine it further. I think if you're nice to it, it can help you.
Carefully and gently dismantle it. Right, I'm going to let you go, little fella.
Am I going to eat you? No, of course not.
Oh, I am thanking you.
Oh, sweet. I remember we had an event like that earlier. Gives you the location to something. Let's go investigate. I think it gives you lots of resources.
Deeper and deeper into the forest, the trees become taller and stronger with every step. Many are darkened, withered, or twisted by the darkness, but still, they are more glorious than anything you've seen so far. There is an air of mystery and magic around you. When you look up, you begin to see the trees
Ooh, elves!
Seem. Slowly, as if some mist is lifted from your eyes.
Elven City, take a closer look.
Has seen better days for sure. Now that you see it, you have no idea how you missed it before. Every tree, bridge, and house is grand and beautiful, but they look empty. Not only because there seems to be no life here, but there is a much deeper sense of solitude and sadness. When you touch one of the trees, you feel a soft powder on your hands, and you realize that all of them are covered in a thin layer of grey ash.
Try to climb one of the trees?
You try to climb up using one of the wonderfully carved winding staircases that should lead you right to the top of this wondrous city.
We got decent physical skills.
The climb up proved to be very tricky, and although you eventually make it up, you feel strangely weakened by the effort. The view from up here is breathtaking. A whole city grows within these treetops as if it were a natural part of the forest, and yet the houses are refined with intricate wooden
of darkness.
The passageways amongst the tree branches adorned with colourful crystal formation. You search through many houses, still slowly and carefully so not to fall to your deaths. You find dining rooms set up for a feast, sleeping chambers with beds made up, playrooms with toys lying ready for use, and even an armory. Alas, when you try to touch anything, it turns into ash before your eyes. As you stand baffled in one such room, a soft, sad voice speaks to you. And thus you have followed my path and stand before me as I hoped. Welcome, young ones. I am Alice, once of the Silver Oak people. Now, well, a memory of the past, I suppose. When you turn, a slender, tall elf, garbed in green armor and long ashen hair stands before you. Were it not for the ever-empty black eyes and the grey ash covering the soft skin, you would likely think this to be an avatar of the gods themselves.
You say you were one that brought us here?
I am sorry if I have startled you, young ones. This was not my intent. I am the last of the old Silver Oak clan, and I was cursed to remain here for eternity, lest my people become ash, the same way you saw happen with any object here. As long as I remain, they are safe. But alas...
That sounds terrible, so who did this to you?
To answer all your queries, let me tell you my story.
Just the highlights, please.
I was cursed by my lover whom I scorned in the past. I cannot leave this place, and no kin of mine may enter, lest they turn to ash. I now feel the presence of my lover nearby, and wish for you to ask him for my
sweet.
release. In return, I shall reward you with an elven blessing upon your return.
Right, find an X and tell him to cut it out.
Wonderful,
Got it.
thank you.
Also, the fact that my bloody goblin got cursed means I have to go back to Zierdy to get his curse removed, because he's going to keep losing 5 hit points every turn. And he could even die from that.
As
Lord.
you look around and admire the world, you see something of interest. You spot some smoke, as if...
We might as well stop and investigate the house on the way. Expedition 1. How are we going with gathering the nimblewood? Still we're getting a stack of 6 of it every 2 days. I mean, I'm not gathering spider silk now, which I would like to be doing. Don't we have any in storage? We've got 56 in storage. Okay, good. God, what is that?
Following the instructions laid out by the ship, within the house you hear the faint laughter of children, followed by
approach carefully.
Before you stands a tall, ragged woman with wild eyes and a crooked grin on her face. Although you have heard the tales, she was one. You know how to protect yourself from the witch's curse, but killing her.
Do I think we can win a hex fight?
You have
maybe 7 hexes.
You break the evil curse that tarnished the soul of Baba Yaga. For a second, a young woman appears before you, dressed in her wedding garb and pregnant. A strange
we got a
instinct
child.
tells you to inspect the floor, and you
Okay, random. A little surprising that we can actually do hex challenges of that many skulls, but you know. Oh god, hang on. I've got to manage the expedition here. Don't burn fucking nimblewood to keep yourselves warm, you tits. This should be a social challenge.
It stands tall, looming over the... I am Zadra.
Let's see.
I have used in a
Elven Beauty.
I see you met my Alice. Is she okay?
I mean, you've cursed her and all.
Right, yes. Stupid question, really. I just meant, you know, is she still... never mind. You're right. I have no right to ask. After all, it is all my fault.
So, why would you do that to your lover?
I was young and a fool. We were in love, but as you see, it was not an easy match. My matriarch banished me from my clan, and so I asked Alice to leave with me. The elves were none better than my own people. They too offered an ultimatum, me or them. Alice chose family and duty. She implored me to stay and fight both our people's backward ways. I did not understand. I was so angry. I sought help from dark forces, and they promised me satisfaction. Alas, all they gave was bitterness and regret.
So you asked the dark past to curse her?
It was not easy. Never is. You see, I was a fool, tricked by my own lust. A creepy-looking old child haunted my dreams for months, fueling my anger and my desire for Alice until it burned so hot I was ready to do anything. The creature told me that if I gave Alice this enchanted ribbon, she would be mine forever, and she would not speak to, nor see her family anymore. I was overjoyed. I did it. She took my gift, but scorned me still. I run to this tower, where I met the creature, and the cork revealed his true nature as it laughed at me. From that day, she is imprisoned in her forest, and I am cursed to never leave this tower. Worse yet, it only appears here once every 100 years for mere days.
So, can you undo this? I've got this ribbon.
So So you really have spoken to her?
Yes, Hex, let's do it.
I do not know.
Join in and help, Hex.
You
Easy.
see the orc twist and contort as he battles the power of the hex. You see the familiar grey ash swirling around the fire. Then it all stops. The red flame dies. The ash drops to the ground and disappears, and you see a huge smile on Zardra's face. We did it. I am free. Thank you.
But he's an orc? Oh,
Now
cool.
I must go back to Alice.
I guess the curse is really over.
Alice nods at you. Yes, I am free, although my city is naught but ashes. But I suppose that matters not anymore. As promised, I will give you a blessing of the Silver Oak peoples. If
That
you
looks
are worthy,
permanent, nice.
It will give you understanding of magic.
That's very nice. Look at that. Intelligence and folklore. Thank you.
She nods and bows her head in response. You see Zardra stands by without a word, but there are tears in his eyes. Alice looks at him for a while, then turns back to you. I will ask you as my savior. Should I forgive him his folly, or avenge my city and my fate?
Oh, just let it be. Anger is what caused this mess. Thea is a sad place. You two should try and be happy.
Alice nods and smiles, then walks over to Zardra, who awaits her anxiously. After
A good day's work. Oh, bless. Okay, would have been nice if she could have removed the curse on Zug Zug. He's still losing hit points. God, we got to get to deity and fast. Yeah, that must be one hell of an impressive orc to be able to tap that if it's an elf. What would their kids look like? Little hobgoblins, maybe?
you enter the ruin, but Zirdi do not turn to you. But once
If we become
they-
cursed, can you take away our curses, please? What sort of challenge? Social, should be easy. Nice. Guys, get back and get that bloody spider silk. How are we on the Nimblewood? 24, we're halfway there. As soon as we hit 50 on the Nimblewood, Expedition 1 will head back to base.
You come across a hidden stash, and it looks like whatever is
Ooh,
you have
take
your
the
loot
stuff.
safe in hand.
Stay and
You
fight.
stand
It should
your
be a bunch
ground
of
and-
boars, which is quite easy.
It turns out these were simply some boars defending their...
Got a few wounded people in this party, but our medic is fairly skilled.
You are set upon by a small group of rugged-looking dwarves. Their faces are scarred, as if they cut
Come
off
on,
their
dwarves,
beard.
can we talk
The
about
lead dwarf
this?
Spits and grunts at you.
Be social. They're quite easy to talk
All
down.
men stand firm, showing off their strength and confidence.
Nice.
The dwarf leader listens to you, then
Okay,
speaks.
share some
You
food.
Share a meal by the fire.
I mean, it's only a 3 skull, but I have found that those dwarves are quite easy to talk down. And as you see, you get mithril out of it, so that's pretty cool. How go things in the village? Food crops coming along. Warhammers are being reduced. Trying to see what do we have in storage that we're not using that I can use to produce stuff with. Clay. I can probably create weapons out of that clay. There you go. And bone. If this gives us any sort of technology, it's worth. Only 4. But all this stuff is just sitting in storage, not being used. $59 tibia clubs. Oh my god. There's just going to be a constant engine of research. Oh crap. Undead filth. Let's do the combat. I didn't want to auto-resolve this knowing that we had a few wounded people. Because if you auto-resolve it, the AI will do something stupid like throw Snowbit in first even though he's wounded. Although, come to talk about it, it could actually be the right thing to do because I could confuse this unliving corpse and let him go first, and he hits so damn hard, but with only 35 hit points. Fine. Good, he comes in confused anyway, so let's send in... Now's the right time to get Snowbird in, I think, and shield him. Let's take a look at the hit points here. So Vera will wreck this unliving corpse and maybe wound that one. He kills that corpse and finishes off that one. So I'll need to confuse this lad, or first action one of these two. Only 10 damage, it'll be fine. Yeah, Vladimir can even take, he can withstand the 10 damage with his armor. Easy. Thinking about this Nimblewood we're going to be getting, I wonder if it mightn't have been worth it rushing Nimblewood and Spider Silk. Just because of how it really kickstart the gathering game. Saves you so much time.
And look up at the night sky when you see a swarm of crows.
Try to resist. Hex should be easy. We've got good magic.
And suddenly, you clearly see that a Striga mistress stands before you. Her gaze is still capturing.
Fight her.
Distracted by your words, the Striga weakens her magical hold on your women as well, and so they are able...
Whoa! Let's just casually walk away. Don't mind us. That's terrifying. We've actually gotten a fair amount of this exotic fruit, which we need to cook. Okay, Expedition 1, what's the Nimblewood situation? 48, okay, one more day and then we can go back.
The whole land is the tremors and...
Damn these tremors. One more day. Defend yourselves. Easy. Oh yeah, Nimblewood gathering basket time. Oh, look at the ghost. How cool is that? And that's the little orc. You can see him as an orc. We still need a dwarf and we still need an elf. We got 14 days worth of food. We do need a little bit more wood. And we need some more food. I think, yeah, we have continued producing food, haven't we? Yes, indeed. Loads of roast fish, good lord. That's plenty. Right, get back out there, get us more. Expedition 2. How goes the spider silk gathering? Slow but steady. Stoya. New production order. Gathering tools. Oh yeah. Where's the spider silk? There you go. And what's the best catalyst we can use? Well, probably coal is probably fine. 5 gathering, awesome. And it only weighs 12 as well. That's fantastic. I don't suppose using dark wood's gonna affect. That's less chance of being quality. 12 is crap. 14%, but that's so not worth using ancient wood though. Coal's about to go. Ah, so, okay, gathering tools. Make 14 of them. Oh, yeah. Every 2 days you'll make more gathering tools. Excellent.
Thea is not an easy place to grow up.
More
in.
warriors,
Becoming an adult
more
is not-
fighters. Yeah. Stoya. Equipment. Who's the new guy? Where is he? Is he one of the expeditions? Oh yeah, in Expedition 2. Interesting. Of course, because we got that child from that village. Radislav. I don't think we have much in the way of weapons for you, my man. Awkward. Because we just broke everything down. But yeah, but we'll give you whatever Seamarads is carrying. Not a lot. Or no, with the Willow's tier. 11 damage. Really good. We'll give you the Grux, because that's obviously better. The Gruz, I mean. Vladek. Okay, so you carry that, which means Vladek can use that shield. And that. Armor-wise. Vladek. Oh, hang on, there's spare silky vest going here. No gathering tools available for you. Spare warbow though. Eh, 22 damage. 12 shielding. Good enough. You can tank a few hits. Welcome. New guy. Do we have any new gathering tools yet? Not yet. One school of thought is you wait until the gathering tools are produced and you give them to Expedition 1. They can always pop back and go fetch the gathering tools once they are ready for us, once 9 of them have been made. I get the feeling that what I'm doing here is what I should have done like 100 or so turns ago. I really haven't done myself any favors. Holy shit. Bandit captains, bandit fighters. Pretty scary out here. We're a 10-person expedition though, that's not to be sniffed at. Awesome, our very first top tier gathering tools. And if it's high quality, it might even be +6 gathering. Just hang on to it until we get 9 of them, and then they'll go to Expedition 1. I mean, if I had pushed forward to Nimblewood and gotten it a lot sooner, that would make gathering everything else exponentially easier. Yeah. Oh well, 500 turns in. We can still go for it though. Better late than never. What's the spider silk situation here? 30. You know what? It's very dangerous around here. And also, I may as well send this group out here where we can get spider silk and nimblewood in the same amounts. It's GDFO. It's super scary around here. Alright, so we're getting technology points pretty damn quick as well. Loads of wolves. Alpha wolf and 7 wolves. Can we handle that fight? The 9 of us here in the village. How can I increase your damage, Bosco? By giving you guard bracelets. That's how. Armor and gathering. Yep. Yanko. You don't have enough weight to really give you anything else that's useful in a fight, do you? I'm pretty sure one of these could actually help with range damage. Stealth, divination. Yeah, whatever you can carry that'll help. Ignac has a strength problem. My warriors need to be carrying these stealth things. Yanko's a medic. He needs something. Okay, let's give him the intelligence. No armor. I think we'll be fine. We've got 3 warriors with warhammers. And some good shielding here from Yasna. And Bosco the bear lumbers in and does blunt damage as well. How much damage does he do? 26. That's not nothing to be sniffed at. I feel like of all the possible wild animals that can join you, the bear is probably the better one. The bear is amazing, and the giant spider I think would be amazing as well. Should we just stop off and get dryad wood, and then we'll go for obsidian? I think so. And we've got loads of the stuff around here as well. Did I kill these bats? Get the XP? I think that'll depend on what the hit point situation is here. We are good fighters, why not? Take him down. I don't want to auto-resolve though, because the Kamok does hit super hard. That's exactly what I wanted. I wanted Snowbit, who hits the hardest, to be on the combat side. Stupid bats getting in the way. So in the last couple of terms, we've gained like 2 or 3 fighters, which is quite nice. Let's keep pushing on getting our fighters to be as powerful as possible. Let's see, any point in supporting? No, let's just first action as many as we can. Just get everyone to go first. Hell, these 4 guys will kill everything here so quick. Look at that. They're not even going to get a shot off, I don't think. Especially if I support ally for extra damage. First action 15, wow. I kind of feel like if you have an elven warrior, the best weapon combination would be a sword and shield, because then they can still do damage as they enter, do decent damage as they fight, and then have shielding to keep them safe. Hello, hello. It could be, but... And I'm going to do something similar to that. Once I've gotten those improved gathering baskets on everyone. That is a big group of orcs. I mean, look, I'm 550 turns in, but like, I don't have the list of how many people have died, but I've probably lost like a dozen throughout these 500 turns. Because I'm still so inexperienced. I mean, and if I hadn't had that happen, I could have had an extra group of fighters running around. And as we saw, we aren't actually in a position to take on these 4 and 5 skull groups. This is the 2 skull that we can auto-resolve. It's being produced here. Production is still as it should be, I think. Yeah. We're just in a... Well, it's regrettable, but we're in a bit of a holding pattern now, just to get our economy back up. Because doing this, building these +5 gathering baskets, I should have done that as soon as I can. We would have been so far ahead, but oh well. It's just my inexperience. I mean, this is my first proper campaign, so... A 2 skull, we can auto-resolve that. we've still got like half a dozen children in this village which are going to grow up. We can make into warriors, and we're going to keep attracting various races as well, and that's going to go into Expedition 3. It's going to be an interesting fight if we have to defend the village with only these like support people. But the palisade's going to give all of them good shielding to help keep them safe. So if we need 4 of that nimble wood per basket, and we need 10 plus is 19, 9, 28. So 28 times 4 is how much? Let's call it 120. We already gathered 50 nimble wood in the village, and we're sitting on 24 here. That's 75. If we get another 50 nimble wood, we should have enough for baskets for everyone. But we're still going to need even more than that, because for the future people that come in are going to need these baskets as well. How many baskets are we sitting on? 5 of them. Once there's 9, I'll send Expedition 1 back to go get all the baskets. Although, can they all carry baskets is the question. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yes, so we'd need 9 baskets there. Who's not working? Zug Zug. Vladimir. Radislav. Radislav, isn't there a basket or something we can give you? Really? Here's what we do, Radislav. Give you Tasha's necklaces, because that's what was giving her an extra bit of gathering. That's 6 of these now. 3 more baskets. Who is running out of food? Probably one of the expeditions running out of food. Expedition 2. Let's switch someone here to mushrooms. Every 3 days. I need that to be a 2. There's someone with a 5 maybe? No, even higher. Let's go Snowbit. I just want that to be a 90. And I'll get, yeah, almost 110. Bit of a waste. But that's perfect. So now Expedition 2 should be gathering mushrooms so they can stay out there almost indefinitely.
The skies darken, the air becomes thick and stuck. The storm is nearly over. You band together and work hard to limit Perrin's destruction. One of the houses burnt down, and there are some small injuries, but...
That sucks. Also, Ostoya, I should be going in here and making sure that we're only burning this stuff to keep warm, because I mean, using all this high tier stuff, super annoying. Yeah, only burn cane. We've got an infinite supply of this stuff. And we should only be consuming prepared ingredients. I think that's 7 baskets now we've got. 4 skulls. This is going to be a tough fight. Let's do this. Chode Myrtle's on the combat side, so that's pretty good. We get to go first. Well, kind of. I mean, it's not. I wouldn't say it's primarily that. It's primarily it's a RPG, but it's got resource management aspects, which I really like. I really enjoy that aspect. I think, like, I mean, I would have been able to push the story envelope a lot better if I had done my resource gathering a bit better in the early game. But I did not do so at all. Sure does. It's a nice chill game. It makes a nice relaxing change of pace from Battle Brothers and XCOM, which just breaks my balls constantly. This is mostly junk. That's junk. That's junk. I'll take a look at that. I don't know what that sword is. What the fuck is that? Ruskala, a Vodnik, and a Utopic. It's quite a lot of poison damage. Let's get Rally Silvers down. Actually, I missed the trick there. I could have got Binder Stud in to do damage and get ahead of it. As long as I kill the Rusalkas before they get to attack, because if they attack someone who's wounded, then they do 15 plus double that value because it's poison. Actually pretty damn lethal. Let's get Bogodara in. And probably buff her damage is the way to go. Yeah, Hans is a machine. He's incredible. Tarza's going to go down. Rayleigh, 53 damage will kill this Rusalka and finish off that one. Then Bindus will do 27 damage and 1 damage too little for that one. These two together will kill that, which unfortunately then means that these two Utopics will kill Bogodara. Unless I can confuse them. There are 5 and a 7, so that can actually work. And then we can support Bogodara to do like loads of damage. Vodnik. What the fuck is that? Okay, so Rayleigh kills that and that. Then, okay, so that's second turn, so yeah, between Rayleigh and Bindus and Pekoslava, that's plenty. The thing with Battle Brothers, it's just about not making mistakes. It's about consistently doing the right thing, and I'm so bad at that. I feel like there are moments when I'd like do good plays or, you know, moments of genius, but then I'm not consistent enough, and I think that's how Hans does what he does. He just does not make mistakes, because it's the mistakes that, you know, make things progressively more difficult. This is gonna be an interesting fight. I want to do this because this is us guarding the village from like a swarm of animals. Wild boar, 2 wild boars which get to attack first. Damn. I have got some pretty high value first actions though. See, so 18 plus 6 is how much? 24. Let's call it 48. Is there any way that I can get Bogdala in and get her to her damage boosted and first action to kill them both in a single turn? I don't think so. Like, I want to first action her. She does 32 plus 4 is 36. It's a pity these first action numbers aren't a little bit higher. We're actually really enjoying the XCOM though. The XCOM is teetering on the brink. Like, I mean, the whole campaign is teetering, but the fact that we are so close to getting plasma weapons now is going to make a huge difference. The plasma weapons are so important because obviously a lot of times the best defense is a strong and irresistible offense. And how many times in the previous missions we've had on XCOM have things gone, you know, excuse the French, tits up, but they've gone so badly because we don't have red fog, and then you'll have a fight where an enemy is left on 1 hit point, and then that enemy who's left on 1 hit point kills someone. It's so frustrating. Okay, I want you to give first action to Maya, because she's got nice damage there. And who can I shield? I can shield Yasna, but she's already got good shields. I can't first action anyone. Is it worth getting into the fight? I don't think so. I could counter an offense card. I don't think I should get Ignac in the fight. It's too dangerous. He's only got 10 hit points. But, you know, most of these are confused, and he should be fine. And, I mean, our warriors are going to do so much damage. We unlocked the basic plasma weapons, but the problem is only the specialists use those, for the plasma rifle, that is. The real ones I want is the plasma cannon for my grenadiers, and the shotgun. In terms of priorities, it's the cannons, sniper rifles, shotguns, rifles, then the plasma weapons for the Templar, the other, you know, for Mox. Oh damn, she's gonna die. She got some life steal, good. The point is, of the plasma weapons, it's the rifle is one of the last ones I'll upgrade, because my specialist very often isn't doing that much damage. Another reason why I like Long War is because you get those infantrymen who use the rifles. Board game night, sweet. Have you played Scythe? That's a very cool board game. I played it with my friends. But you got to make sure you have good friends you're playing with, because it can test friendships. I'd recommend it. Scythe has got such cool board art as well. Just Google Scythe. It's super technical and quite complicated. It's very obvious that whoever made that game, it has an in-depth knowledge of board game mechanics. But I was incredibly impressed with it. That, and of course the XCOM board game. And Maya is mortally wounded. Well, she's camped in the village and we have a decent medic, so we should be fine.
They are a force of pure darkness, a menacing wave of tormented souls.
A protective spell, Hex.
The mystical ways of magic create a protection spell. It holds much of the evil at bay, but
let's
still
try this. This should be fine.
Your willpower proves stronger than the malicious force of the wailing wraiths. This time.
Yeah, we're getting quite close here. How many of these baskets do we have now? We're very close. 8. But XCOM is insane. My experience of the XCOM board game was it's just me and my mates screaming at each other constantly because there's no time. You're like, okay, science officer, I need to go. Like, go. And you're like, we've got to attack. No, but I need these resources. We don't have time. Go. And bonkers, just arguing over everything. Expedition 2 is going to run out of food. Yeah, but the XCOM board game, a lot of fun. I really enjoyed it. Is that a friggin' werewolf? Holy shit. Werewolf, alpha wolf. And also, like, our first 2 attempts at playing the XCOM board game were a complete failure because it's pretty complicated and just, like, figuring out how to play it was quite a challenge. So, Leshy's Wrath. So, the Dryad Wooden Topaz. 11 damage, 8 shielding. Only weighs 36. That's very nice for a support character. Actually see if I can't get anyone in Expedition 1 to use that. Oh, wait there. I wonder if I shouldn't have my warrior... Like, instead of an ancient Gruz here, you should use that Lishi's Wrath. 4 more points of damage, and it'll give you way more shielding. Ah, it's a two-handed? Oh, damn. Okay, that explains it then. Never mind. Not worth. Right, hand over all your nimble wood. That sword. What else is not being used here? All these baskets, we might want to get rid of them eventually. Looks like we're going to have to hang around for one more day. Get the 9th gathering basket. Pandemic, I've not know. Is that almost like you have to save the world from having the diseases spread or something like that? Must be chaos, and I can only imagine the amount of screaming you must do at your friends on that game. Sweet! The Expedition 1 now has entirely tier 5, tier 3 gathering tools, top tier gathering tools. Now we should be gathering quite quickly. One thing though about Expedition 1, like we've got Expedition 2, which is essentially caught out there in the wilderness, because they have enough food now to keep themselves alive for a bit. But they can't leave there now because they can't gather enough food. So I'm going to take extra food to Expedition 1 and then hand over most of the food to Expedition 2. What's kind of tricky is we've got that big group of werewolves to the north, which if that attacks the village, there's no way we can fight them off. I could make one big group here and go fight them, but holy crap, look at that. Zimot, no BB today. I'm going to break for lunch now, actually, and then we'll do some Darkest Dungeon. Then I'm playing Paragon in the evening. Tomorrow, we'll do Battle Brothers after dinner, so that'll be tomorrow night. How am I going to get Expedition 2 back to the village? Because they're going to have to stop and gather food every few days, otherwise they're going to starve. I think stop here and catch some fish. And I kind of need Expedition 1 to meet with Expedition 2 to group together to go take out those friggin... Oh damn, I can't do that. Do those werewolves. The quickest way to get back. That way is the quickest way to get back. We need to, if we stop there and gather, we should be able to get food. I feel like I can't have Expedition 1 leave, it's too dangerous, they have to stay and guard the village. So until the second expedition gets back, at least. Well, let's take advantage and gather loads of stuff while we're here. Crafting wise, y'all can help out with crafting. Who's got good crafting? Okay, Expedition 2, keep moving. Stop the world. I think you mean save the world, yeah. It's random that these animals are just carrying some like vegetables on them, but like that's fine, we need the food.
The whole land, many people get
Bloody tremors. The whole world map is becoming pretty terrifying now. Makes me realize how far behind I've fallen in terms of keeping my warriors alive and giving them gear and making them good fighters. Oh shit, here we go. There are a bunch of different races actually. So far the races are human, dwarf, orc, goblin, elf. You can attract animals and evil spirits. Or just spirits, they're not necessarily evil. And the dwarves are probably some of the best fighters, they're the toughest. The orcs are clearly the best fighters though. The elves are good at like social stuff. The spirits are very good at magic. What is around us here? We've got broken skeleton archers, unliving corpses. I'm really terrified to fight this werewolf. And we got another point of technology, so I think we said we were gonna go for obsidian. The dryad wood's what's gonna get us to attract elves. I think that's pretty clear. I think spend a few more days there gathering food, because we're gathering loads of food every day. So I could improve my crafting as well. So my guys were crafting, I gave them some pretty basic bitch crafting tools. I think I can do better. This is what, +4 craft? You're a crafter and you're not even using a crafting tool, which you should be using. +4, +4, 4. Ah, it's too heavy for you, I see. That's better. You sure could, if you can manage to attract enough orcs. I don't know how you actually attract orcs. The only way I've gotten orcs so far is you find groups of orcs in the world, and then you talk to them, and you help them, you know, do something, and then they reward you by letting one of their people join you. Support guys are so weak though with their fighting abilities. What is the armor situation here? Probably fine. 31 armor, 5 leech, awesome. Expedition 2, break camp. Kill all this crap around you. Whoa, 4 skull. Okay, that's not... I better make sure that one goes to plan. I've got to bear in mind that the bees are going to have piercing damage, so the first person I put down needs to have decent shielding. So Tasha. She's pretty much our tank. She's got the shield. Just like that. I've also got to... I need to first move her and buff her damage. Or I need to get someone who can kill them both together. What's 28 plus 9 is 37. And 37 plus that. How much is that? Hell of a lot. Well, as long as he kills the first one, I suppose, is the main thing. We need a first action 6 here. Which we don't have. I could confuse them, though. Radislav, he does 27, which is not enough to kill that one. Confuse 5 could work. And then confuse 6. See, now this way, by confusing them, they don't take part in the first turn of combat. Well, let's get Zug Zug in and confuse the other bee. But it's going to confuse these now, damn. At this point, let's just get everything down in the field to fight. We should take a few wounds here, but nothing life-threatening, I don't think. Oh, he counted an offensive card. Damn. These things are dangerously poisonous. Why would you attack right? Attack left, kill these damn things first. At least Vera will kill the first one. It's the unliving bees that scare me. Think that's enough? Good. Just enough. And here's a good question. So if that's, does that mean Tasha's gonna have wounds because she got back up to maximum health from the lifesteal? Oh sweet, okay, cool. Not that I needed more convincing that lifesteal is good.
As you explore the land, a long shadow covers the sun.
Try to outrun Sickle.
To run, but the black smoke was faster. The black mist, as you now recognize it. There are those
Oh no,
that
we
are
got
not
cursed.
easily broken, even in the
Which curse is this? This is less will. That's not so bad. We can get that removed at the ZD. Technology-wise, it's going to take us a while to get to the second point that we need there. How much granite are we sitting on? Still just 48. As soon as I get 50 of that granite, then I can, you know, rebuild some of the structures with granite. It'll hopefully give us our first dwarf. Do we have any granite? We've got one. We literally need one more granite. Okay, that's enough for now. Let's take a little break. I'm going to break for lunch. Maybe like an hour and a bit, and when I come back, we'll be doing some Darkest Dungeon, and then in the evening, we will do Paragon. Thanks for watching. See you guys later.